Hello, everybody. Welcome. Oh, Wifey, congrats on first. Diddy, congrats on second. Ranical, congrats on third. Lucky playing Minecraft at the moment. No problem. Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're well. No problem for Lucky, obviously. You don't have to answer that. But appreciate you being here all the same. Good to see you. Thea, hello. Good to see you. How you doing? Also here too. Nice. I hope you're well. How is things? How is things all? Summer howdy. Toad is exactly Lacuna Matata. It means no worries. I mean, it doesn't, but we'll say. How are you all doing? Having good days, nights, mornings? Hope you're all well. Lurking while working, etc. That's fair enough. I understand. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Wifey, thank you for lurking. Needs that kibble. Exactly. Damn straight. I've only got 2 boxes left. Some shitty stuff in the past days, but generally okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, at least, I mean, thankfully being generally okay, at least it helps manage these things. So, I don't want to, hang on. How can I say this? I hope things improve, but I understand sometimes things don't improve. But either way, I hope you're getting better or doing well. Because you know how, like, you can say, oh, I hope things get better. And you're like, well, these things don't get better. Hopefully it's nothing quite like that. And I hope the next few days and weeks and months are better. And that the shitty past has passed. Only 2 boxes left. Practically starving. Exactly. Good. Currently on a short holiday in the Netherlands. Ooh, nice. Ooh. How's it going there? What's the do you know what I was going to be like? So it's like typically me. What's the weather like there? What does it fucking matter, does it really? It's summer, But yeah, hope I hope you're having a good time. Overindulging as everybody should on holiday. Does family, work, adventure, X stuff? There's always something in life to struggle with. Well, yes. Do you know what? I'd like to think that it's the struggles that make everything else worthwhile. If it was bad, it wouldn't be worth it. Otherwise, So there are good things. Netherlands Day. Hope you. Ghent, is that pronounced Ghent? Weather's fine here at the moment. Excellent. Fair enough. We said to Rachel, hello. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Morning for you, I believe. Welcome. How's things? Quite good. Sunny, around 22. That's nice. See, I was looking out the window. It's quite cloudy here today. I'm still warm, but, a bit cloudy. And, more enough kibble, especially as you'll have ice pops. Yes, true. Yes, yeah. We got some of those, but they get delivered, warm. They're just, you have to freeze them yourself. And they're going to take a little while to freeze through. So maybe we'll have some later. But true. We got some rocket lollies as well. Ones that shaped like little rockets, and you get to go meow before you then bite the end off. Stopping to say hi, waiting to get into work. Oh, fair enough. Well, hello. Thank you for dropping in. Nice to have you here. Oh, sorry, Didi. Yes, I missed that. Bugs and cookies. Num. Start raining around the weekend. True. Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was saying about, it's a bit cloudy here, but warm. And we're in the middle of another summer where I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to get out there. I'm going to see some fresh air and some sunshine. And then every day the sun's out, it's been too bloody hot to move. So I'm just sitting here going, no, I don't want to. Now I'm actually going to look. Fair enough. Thank you, Summer. Have a good work. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. We did the best wifey. Gives award. Yeah. Oh no, don't start with the awards. No. She already has a medal. She should be thankful. Yeah. So it's hope you all had a good weekend. Been decent. It was reasonable. Yeah, that's nice. Smoke starts coming out. It's a bit too hot. Yes, true, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I had to. We have long story. I will keep this story short. I swear. We have some potted plants on our little patio area, which happens to get a lot of direct sun throughout the day. And I can't remember if I told anybody because I, obviously haven't streamed that much since moving. But we they needed some shelter, so we put up a cover like a barrier to provide some shelter from the sun, and also a bit of a wind barrier, because the plants were like scorching and drying out too quick, basically. But they told us to take the shelter down because they said it's a fire hazard. Apparently people are just going to come along and set fire to bits of cloth randomly, and for some reason being outside, that's a big issue as well. So yeah, sure, yeah. Now to my luck, thank you. So we had to take the shelter down. So the last couple of weeks I've been getting materials for repotting them, because although I don't have bigger pots, because bigger pots were actually very expensive. It's surprising that a bit of molded plastic is really, really expensive. Get steel mesh instead. I considered that, but they literally won't let it, even though it's like, it's not inflammable, is it? Flame retardant, I guess. They wouldn't let, they haven't, there's like a blanket thing. They're like, no barriers up. So I was like, oh, right, fine, nothing. Even though when we moved in, the lady who showed us around said, oh, if you want a bit of privacy, you could probably put a thing up there. I was like, well, probably not, apparently. Anyway, sorry, I said I'd keep this short. So I've been getting materials for repotting the plants because I can't get bigger pots, but they were blowing over in the wind and they were also like drying out. So I repotted them with some bricks in the bottom to hold them down. Hopefully that's going to help. That'll show them. And they had a bit of fresh soil as well, and then I put some wood chips on the top to try and help stop the soil from drying out so quick. They create a nice sort of a barrier for moisture to try and protect that to a degree. So I've been doing that, and I've redone I've redone both trees that needed doing now, because there was only sort of two specific ones that were the problem. But in the meantime, I have kind of exploded my thumb. And it hurts quite a bit. Yeah, so I mean that was a bit of effort. But the stupid thing is, like, when we moved, we didn't have a garden anymore, so we kind of got rid of all of our garden stuff. I mean, I knew we would still have a couple of potted plants, so I kept a couple of things. But it's like I didn't have any gloves or anything, because I was like, well, I don't have any weeding to do, because in theory, we're paying for that all to be done, because the only bits where weeds can grow are not our property. So we were like, well, but of course that doesn't mean they have come and weeded, bastards. Anyway, alarms have got fire, and then direct some of the actual fire has you owe me new house. Yeah, that's it, exactly. You can have plants which are flammable, but you can't have other stuff that isn't flammable, but they're just like, no, it's not nice. Can't be in the way. You're like, and you know what? A petty side of me, like a little petty side of me, is like, my neighbours have got fucking barriers up. They haven't been told to take them down, and I'm not going to like sit here and snitch on them. I literally don't care. It's like we have like these stupid rules about you're not allowed to hang washing out, on your barriers and stuff, because they're like, no, it's going to look dirty and all that. They want to make it look nice. You're like, okay, fine, we'll adhere to all these things. But so, I don't care. But it's like, a bit of fairness wouldn't be nice. If you're going to let one person get away with it, let everybody get away with it. Landlord's amazed and doesn't care if I drill holes in the walls. You got pits in the back of it. Well, that's it. Our last landlord was very forgiving. I mean, it's just we couldn't have just stayed there is the problem, which is fine. That's unfortunately the way things go. And it was too small for us. We needed a bit more space and stuff. It was, but they were very, they were like, yeah, you want to put shelves up, go for it. You want to redecorate, go for it. I mean, the only things we didn't do was like, it's like I must have redone the garden a couple of times over the years we were there, like for various flower beds and things like that. They never cared about any of that. They would come in and sort of look at it and just go, well, yeah, it's still intact. That's literally all they cared about. Yeah, we repainted stuff and they didn't give a shit. They were quite, they were quite happy about that, which was fine. I mean, arguably there were some bits that they needed to take care of that they didn't, but it all kind of worked out at the end. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so we've been doing a bit of gardening without all the right tools necessarily, because I binned them when we lost a garden. But so I'm gonna have to pick up some gloves. That makes sense in the future. And that's it really. Yeah, we just had it's been a pretty quiet weekend, and the weather's not been too bad, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, I won't bore you guys anymore. Now I'm still right. Okay, going back to Lacuna. I can't for the life of me. Dog, they're good at digging. Well, that's like we have to get exceptions for pets. We had we had to get exceptions for our two cats. They said, well, they're indoor cats, so they're not going to cause a mess outside anywhere, and they're elderly, so it's not like they walk around meowing all the time, and they're not screaming at the top of their lungs or anything, no howling or whatever goes on. So they're just they do a bit of meowing, but that's only when he pesters me, So in fact, actually, right, one of ours, like the sickly one, who's doing well now, thankfully. He got the all clear from the vets for another couple of months, so he's generally stable. However, some wolves, he he's taken to like meowing in echoes. It's really weird. Like, he's suddenly become obsessed with just sticking his head into things and meowing loudly because it echoes. Like he keeps I have a metal watering can. He keeps sticking his head in the watering can and meowing. And then he keeps jumping into the washing machine. If I leave the door open, because you have to let washing machines air out so they can dry and things like that. And if I leave the door open to like sort of ventilate slightly, he'll just climb in and just sit in the machine meowing. And you look at him and he's like, what? He's just like, what the fuck? And then I left the bathroom door open the other day and we were sat in the living room. We could just hear this almighty like meow, like echoing it in the room. It was like, what is going on? It's like a child in concrete drain. Exactly, yeah. I don't know why. He's never had like a thing like this before. The closest we've had to this, I guess, was like his brother at one point took to sleeping, like laying down in the washing machine. I have no idea why. Like, again, like you'd leave the door open and he'd just climb in. But he hasn't done that for years, and I assume it was probably just like maybe it was a cool surface or something, Very weird. But yeah, he's just walking around meowing in echoes. It's very funny. But anyway, so yeah, he's a bit weird. But they don't otherwise make a lot of noise, and they're not doing this in the middle of the night or anything. So yeah, but yeah, if you get you have to get an exception for pets, unfortunately. I think they probably wouldn't be bothered with like hamsters or whatever, but sort of larger animals that roam, You mutilate him. I can see if he likes it. I'd have to see the headphones in is the problem. You can't hear it otherwise. If you ever try getting earbuds in a cat, it's going to be a nightmare. Get some tiny over ears. Like big earmuffs. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, Lacuna, I can't remember where we were. I'm sure we're on the trail of somebody and doing something cool. It auto-saves very frequently, so that must have happened. Yes, yeah, he was out of a cat. Oh no. No, thankfully, I guess. That's a bloody bone. Barbuda? Yeah, oddly, I didn't even read that word. I knew exactly what you meant, but Barbuda. See, now that sounds like it's got a nice beach. I want to go to Barbuda. Pristine shores. Lovely sea breeze. Oh, do you know what? Right. What the fuck is Barbuda? I don't know. Either that or it's the slightly drunk religious symbol. I don't know. Yeah, speaking of sea breeze, we picked up like a right. Okay, this is a weird one. I appreciate, but I just want to sort of say like we picked up a hand soap the other day for the bathroom, just like one of these squirty like gel types, and obviously we had a choice to pick, and not being in the shop directly, we couldn't tell exactly what it smells like, but you sort of go based on the description. You're like, okay, and we picked this one up. Well, I picked this one up. I chose it. And God, I can't remember all the exact stuff, like the ingredients, but the two things. But basically, it's essence of sea, I guess. Was the idea of it, because it's supposed to smell like some kind of. Basically, what it smells like is seaweed and salt water. And I'm a little disappointed because I was expecting like a sea breeze and essence of Seek. No, not Seek. No. But I was expecting like a, like a fresh air smell with a slight sort of, ocean watery hint, but no, it just stinks of like sea. And I'm like, okay, fine. You could argue that's what's, written on the bottle, that's, they've kind of said, this is what you're getting. But I'm just like, who decided that was a good smell? Why did someone say, hey, look, if you like the smell of the sea, we're going to give you the dirty bits, and you have to, you're going to have your hands smell like that for the next couple of hours. I don't understand it. It's weird because it's not like, there's no sweetness to it. There's no freshness to it. It's just like, you might as well just, like I said, you might as well just be washing your hand in seaweed. It's very weird. We'll use it, of course, because we're not wasteful as such. But the sooner it's gone, the better. And then we'll pick up something that sounds like it's good. And like old seafood. Yeah, don't go near the beach. You'll be attacked by seagulls even more. Like all over you. Oh my god. Then the cats actually might be all over me. No. They're more like the... Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. We got a replacement on their food, because we have to like buy little pouches, and obviously I expect they don't have tons of them on the shelf every day, so when we order them they're like, look, we haven't got all of these, so here's a different brand. And I don't know how this like transfers internationally, but they were like, okay, we didn't have enough of the store brand that you bought, so we've given you Sheba, which is 2.5, 3 times the price. We're like, okay, thanks. Well, Jesus. I mean, when it came through, it was like, okay, that's gone from like £6 to, I think it was about £13, so it's about twice the price. It's like, bloody hell. Just, and that wasn't even like all of it. That was just like a portion of it, because they're like, look, we don't have it all. So here's some replaced. Like, fucking hell. How expensive is this shit? Rude, I know. Now, I mean, granted, they do this really good thing when, if they have to replace something, they will give you a voucher for the difference in price, so you can have that off your next shop. Now, ultimately, that's almost a win-win, but you still have to have the money to pay in the first place. Not a problem, but you're still ultimately paying that much. Don't have eggs, so we substitute caviar. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, shrimp. Sorry, lobster's the only thing available. Might be cheaper right now. Never mind. Oh god. Oh yeah, but imagine that. Scrambled caviar. Anyway, right. Okay, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Enough about my shopping and buying habits. Right, Lacuna. Where are we? See if I can. Jesus. See if I remember what buttons I'm meant to be pressing here. And it's right up. Nice. Okay, here we are. Let's see where we're at. What happened was, we were solving a case about a boat. We found out that was it. We found the description of the guy and we caught them. That was it. They now have to be, I'm assuming they now have to be interviewed and so on. Now I will, right, okay. Now, the problem is I'm not like okay. I understand that this, streaming is ultimately done for entertainment purposes. And a good entertainer.
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened.
Wait a second.
I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
Cat sounds reasonable. No, yeah, obviously, like a good entertainer, sit here and do all the voices for everybody and be amazing at it. But unfortunately, that's not me. So I feel like a bit of a fool if I try doing voices. But I'll try to differentiate people so that it's not just me monotonously reading things out loud. Not out before it has been a full hour of just chatting. So, bro, I know. I'm sorry. I know. I waffle a lot. I just talk and talk. But which I guess wouldn't be so bad if I was doing like an 8-hour stream. It's like dusting hand wash center. Yeah. I'd prefer it. I'm happy with that. Wood and dust. It sounds like a. No, Jesus, hang on. Which buttons am I meant to be pressing here? I was I was about to default to my MMO settings. That's a bit weird. Just talking about literally requirement to stream. Well, yes, true, but most people also sort of like game at the same time. But I'm not amazing at multitasking, so it doesn't end up that way often. Also, I mean, let's face it, it's about what people talk about. Oh, I didn't realise we were indoors. You can't just sort of waffle on and expect people to be happy about it. But why did I don't like the way the camera keeps doing that. Dumpling kitchen, nice. Oh, okay, I'll take it we're going upstairs then. There's an awful lot of barriers happen on stairs around this place. Skygazer's Bistro? Oh, wait. Okay, not that way then. Right, okay, other side then. Which version of that guy making various wood ice... What? Wood ice creams? Nevik, hello! Sorry, that was purple. I thought it was Tony's for a second. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Guy, wood ice cream? Exactly, yes. Yeah. All feeling very linear so far. Also, convenient. No one can ever go anywhere except where they need to be. So what is this? Is this an elevator? Just doesn't work. Home upgrades. Ooh, what's this? News. The giants are talking. What? The centrist. Article by Gustavo Trample, interestingly. While everybody's eyes were trained on Banny and Robertson at the Trading Summit's first day. Right. Which one? Banny was the guy that died, wasn't he? I'm sure he was. Robertson at the Trading Summit's first day. A few other notable discussions were going on in the background. Most notably, the mining giants Dan Kim, oh yes, Millex and Abbott Dyson Enterprises, got together in person for the first time in their lives. Their relationship is tense. While Dyson extracts the majority of Drovia's Tylanium, its profits are severely undercut by its status as a colonial entity. By contrast, Millex is not only able to sell its ores directly to places like Themis and New Joran, but it also buys up Tylanium from companies like Dyson to resell it at a higher price. Bastards. Making various tree ice creams. Oh god, see, now that's... Okay, I'm torn, because that sounds horrendous, but then you think, like, well, maple is just a flavour of, like, syrup that we use. So maybe something like that? I mean, is that what he's doing? Is he, like, extracting essences and getting it? Or is it just, like, bark-flavoured ice cream? That sounds... because that sounds terrible. And somehow I can sort of imagine the flavour. Slightly... It's sawdust. Oh, no. Maple is a flavour of tree. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sawdust. I can imagine that. I don't know why. I can imagine that. Maybe not mixed with ice cream, but just sort of the sort of slightly grainy, woody flavour. Because at first I was thinking of like that. You know when you get too close to a tree. I say, I guess when you get close to a tree in general, it has that sort of like mossy kind of smell to it. I imagined that at first. Ooh. Not sure which one's better, to be honest. Sawdust. Guess fibre, maybe? The people who put gold in... True, yeah. But then if that's in alcohol, it helps you get drunk quicker. But it also cuts you to ribbons, so, can't imagine it's much better on the way out. Sawdust bread and did blind taste test. Why? I think there's a reason it never took off. Like, why no one bothered before. Has he just got like some kind... Does he have like some kind of weird condition where he just loves to eat sawdust and he's trying to convert the rest of the world? Sorry, anyway. Back to their article. The ore prices Gara pays us... Oh, this is quite... The ore prices Gara pays us have not changed in a long time while costs steadily increased. Dyson complained in a recent interview with the Drovian Trade Journal. At this rate, we won't be able to turn any profit at all in a few years. Okay, sorry, I just inhaled... Hang on. Right, sorry about that. Excuse me. You ever get that feeling you just inhaled something and you're not sure if you actually inhaled something or whether it was just like a weird, like, you know, trick of your throat? But it suddenly makes me slightly paranoid about like like the worst thing is when you can just be sat there and you accidentally suck up a beard hair and, and it's horrible. Ugh. What's somebody sort of does he think he has a vacuum cleaner in a past life? Tried the sawdust. No, yeah, exactly, yeah. Tried it fresh. Anyway, right, sorry, worry. This remote won't be able to turn any profit at all in a few years. Milex CEO Kim assured that his company would critically examine the situation, but added that the margins are not that big. The idea that we exploit other mining companies based in Drovia is not based in reality. He says the margins are not that big, but the margins have to be there somewhere, surely, otherwise he wouldn't be doing it. Here's a woodworker. Right, okay. Oh, he's trying to jar up business, that's what it is. He's not happy with just not providing furniture. He has to be providing food as well. Everybody needs more wood all the time. Even has an SGOP, so we decided to just do some weird shit to own SGOP. Oh, is that mistype? Shop? Shop, right, okay, sorry. I thought it was an acronym for something. Let's just do some weird shit too. Oh, okay. What's his name? Just in the trees. Oh, I mean, it's quite a good pun, to be fair. I'll consider looking it up later, seeing how much I can stomach watching people eat wood, I guess. Yeah, so this guy, he has to be doing something, like, there is profit in it. So he's claiming, oh, the profits aren't that big, but they're big enough to make it worthwhile, which means that he's still taking advantage. It's the idea that we exploit them. Well, you do, because they're not allowed to sell at the price you sell at. So you buy it for cheap, sell it for higher, you're literally a middleman gaining profits, and you don't. That doesn't need to happen if they could sell at prices you can sell at. You know, I mean, call me stupid, but that sounds like exploitation. Whether anything will change between the two companies remains to be seen. However thin they want us to believe their margins to be, it is important to keep in mind that both CEOs are billionaires with a history of... I get the feeling that in any kind of future, billionaire might as well just be trillionaire, because that's, you know, billionaire starting to lose its meaning now. With a history of underpaying their workers, cutting corners, and initiating mass layoffs whenever their companies have faced financial problems in the past. So, they are CEOs. That's what they do. Good to know. Where are we? Right. Oh. Anthony. Oh, this is the guy whose sister was trying to get away from the escort company, right? Oh, I know you. You're the guy who came to our flat yesterday. Oh, God, I was going to give him an accent, but not. Introduction because flour is expensive. Well, that's fair. That's kind of like a necessity, and you know, it's a bit like the old, almost sort of a cartoon meme of you know, boiling leather shoes, you know, to get some flavour, that kind of stuff. It's not something we really need to resort to now, I would have thought. I mean, maybe some people do, obviously, but maybe we should try to avoid that rather than embrace it. You told that old scumbag to leave my sister alone. I did. I did. Oh yeah, because he's really gruff, isn't he? That was really nice of you, man. Didn't think you up as would help out a Savian. Always throws me off as a word. Actually, Savient? I don't actually know how to pronounce it, because of course no one ever fucking talks in this game. She left this morning chasing her dream. Glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day. Sure. Well, Watner's blessings, man. Well, Watner? Okay. Thanks, you too. Good, I guess. I mean, see, I don't know if I needed to come this way, did I? So, oh, I did actually. Hang on. Didn't we have something over here that I thought this was the plot place we could get into. So if it's not, this here. What is this? Oh, right. Wait, hang on. Is this Cat's place? And I was about to head to my place. Right, okay, yeah, we'll stop in. We'll say hi. Why not? Yeah, Catherine. Oh, hi, Neil. What are you doing here? I just wanted to say hello to you, to Laura. To Laura, his daughter, obviously. We'll keep that... we know that the relationship between them is not going to happen anymore, but we'll keep his daughter in the loop. She was really... Because we only saw her like once at the beginning, didn't we? She was like, oh, hey, you know, I'd like to see you more. And he's like, yeah, maybe when I can be bothered. To Laura. Really? Who are you? It's nice to see you too. Sorry, I'm just surprised. Laura's still asleep upstairs. I wouldn't wake her up if I were you. A late riser, just like her mom. More like every teenager ever. True. Actually, no. In my teens, I found it very hard to sleep, actually. And then I found it too hard to wake up. So kind of ups and downs, I guess. Fair enough. You want coffee? No thanks, I'm actually heading to bed. Coming back from work. Been a long night. Oh, that's rough. Wait, you didn't have anything to do with that shooting that's all over the news right now, did you? Actually, I did. But it was practically over by the time I got there. Oh my god, are you okay? They wouldn't have let me go if I caught a bullet. You could catch bullets? Hang on, do I have to keep clicking or can I... Oh, I can use the keyboard to get through this, okay. Save the mouse to click in. You don't say. I mean, are you emotionally okay? That's fair. Was I ever? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine. Sorry. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What was that whole thing about? Nobody seemed to know. Good, I can use the keyboard? No. Nobody seems to know yet. Classified. Yeah. I mean, I understand she's our ex, but we can't just go blabbing to everybody. Elizabeth, hello. Welcome. How you doing? Hope you're well. I caught some of your stream yesterday, but I was like in and out doing random stuff, so I didn't say hi because I may not have caught a reply or anything like that. I just caught sort of random bits. It was good to see you either way. How you doing? Having a good day, I hope. Yeah, no, we can't tell her. Classified. Can't tell you, but you'll hear it on the news soon enough. Okay, well, I'm glad you're back in one piece. Have to catch the next train if I don't want to be late for work. But if you want, you can stick around until Laura wakes up. We both know that's not going to happen for another hour. Yeah, true. Well, we can stop by later if you want. Okay, thanks. Breathing a little better today. Good, good. It is it's still quite humid, isn't it? Quite muggy, very close, but it's a little cooler today, I think. That's good. I gotta run now. Hold on, one more thing. Laura wants to go to a party at one of her classmates' place tonight. I'm not sure if I should let her. She's only 14. Okay, 14. But I felt like she has a hard time connecting with her peers, so this could be a good thing. What do you think? Okay. I mean, there's a lot of other factors to consider. It's not just her age and it's a party, because that should be fine. Who's going to be there? How many people are going to be there? Where's it going to be? Do we trust the people that are going to be there? Still after the boss. I think that all kind of concluded. We've caught, like, Jesus, I don't know why I'm struggling to remember this. It was only Friday, but the very end of the last stream, we caught the shooter and the guy he was connecting with, so the information he was about to pass on was intercepted as well. And now we're heading home for the night. I don't know exactly what the next plot point will be, but I assume those guys are going to be interviewed and things like that. Find out who they're working for and why. I mean, why is probably almost certainly a political thing, but that's about it. This is just on the way home. This is like the ex, and his daughter's asleep upstairs. That's who they're talking about. So I mean, yeah, there's a lot of factors to consider here, but 14, pretty reasonable to look after themselves. And I'm assuming in this world they have some form of, like, you know, mobile phone facsimile that children have access to. It's not just like he has one because he's a policeman or anything. So yeah, let her go. She can call you if there's a problem. Let her have some fun. Laura's very mature for her age. I'm sure she'll take care of herself. Yeah, you're probably right. I shouldn't be so anxious. So I keep forgetting our name is Neil. Because we're Conrad otherwise. Agent Conrad, is it? Or Sergeant? Can't remember. Detective? Might be detective, actually, not agent. See you, Neil. Please don't get yourself shot. Not planned on it. Meow. Meow. Oh, assume that's be her in bed here. I couldn't. For some reason, I thought this was a bed, but it's just like a pile of, I don't know, like bean bags or something, maybe. Also, where does the mum sleep? They just have one bedroom? Huge room. Anyway, okay. Okay, now back to heading for our place. So yeah, putting this guy here makes sense, because you catch him either way then. Replenish our cigarettes. Run everywhere. C52.
I got into the elevator and leaned against a wall. I was so tired in that moment that my reflex of emotional repression whenever I saw Kat didn't seem to work anymore. It hit me with an unusual clarity that, even a decade after it had ended, I hadn't ever fully let go of her. I wasn't sure what to make of it, whether to be happy or to finally push myself to it. I concluded that I would probably just go back to repressing it altogether.
That's healthy. Emotional damage. Emotion. Yeah, exactly. Oh, good. My computer's working properly again. Gets a lot of hair, doesn't he? Because that's so bouncy at the front. There's a very big quiff. Hey, Horace, how's it going? Can I only do one of these? Because he might need feeding. I'd like to pet him. But I'll feed him first in case I can only do one. Yep, okay. I can only do one. Try and bear that in mind. He has been fed. Maybe next time I can pet him. Have a cigarette. It's on the cover of the box. You know, we have to. I swore when I when I started the game that I wouldn't bother with it. But now I seem to do it at every opportunity, so, you know, why not? Can we shower? We probably need one. Been doing a lot of running in a trench coat. Nope, okay, fair enough. Bet it is. I'm not even going to get changed. Eek.
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did. Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
Fair enough. Oh, hey, still not fussed. Or monologue? No? Okay, fair enough. Just us in an elevator. See, if we walk backwards and forwards, we can take it like we're doing the stairs. We can still get our steps in. We don't have to actually go anywhere. Eternal conflict of a frustrated mind. Oh. No new news? Assume we just... go into the train and into work, I assume. Oh. Getting a phone call or something? Okay. Oh, what the hell? Hello, fellow citizens. Well, we are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. Oh, shit. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. But lately, they have increasingly come under fire. Under threat, sorry. Religious radicals calling themselves the Savient Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government of Drovia. On Drovia, maybe? Savient faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago today what happens. Well, yes, when a Savient state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson to end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence and reinstate full Bulgarian control. Was that? We removed the radical Savient Joseph. You removed him. Ooh. We do not start implementing measures to meet our demands. More Savient lives will be spent to protect our collective future. Oh great, terrorists. Nice. Savient population of Gara will be taken hostage. Fuck you! Until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first one. Bums. Yeah, I think we're getting a call. Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. Oh, it was on all screens across the city. Come to HQ immediately. Well, I was kind of heading there anyway. I hate these people who talk for the collective saying, it's for the greater good. Fuck off. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, you bigots. A theme tune from 1984. True. Thank you, Diddy. Thoroughly modern Millie lift. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you. Oh, okay, so I'm now thinking, how big is this game? Like, you seem to solve quite a few puzzles just to, like, you know, fix that one issue, so to speak. You know, that one assault on the political leader, and now we've got a whole terrorist organization to take down. Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. That's a good thing, right? Fucking liberators. Ridiculous name. From who are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. No, so to stop the religious fanatics having some power, the terrorists want all the power. Someone's basement. Yeah, probably, yeah. But somehow we didn't know anything about these fuckers before everybody else. One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. Do we at least know who they are? We scanned them. Sniper's a complete ghost. He got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. The other guy is a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's the CEO of a company called Power Up. They manufacture titanium-based batteries. Oh yeah, because it's a power source. Okay. Both the guy and his company seem harmless. No criminal record. Strange. How would someone from Drovia help why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far, but we do have another lead. Saito is trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. But the most important lead are those two douchebags in our basement. There's nothing like douchebags in the basement. Avoid with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure that drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yep. And what's on it? About that. Chief said the Attorney General seized it. No, because it was privileged information, wasn't it? She said she had to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. The AG? Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. We need it. I suppose they'll let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. The higher-ups know what they're doing. Do they? It's one of the higher-ups that got killed, for Christ's sakes. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. Ah, and one more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. You might want to download it and have a look. Ooh, okay. Where do we get the news from? Over here? Yes. Power Up battles bankruptcy. Report by Adam Lee. NJ Times. New Joran, is it? It's no secret that the Drovian-based Power Up, one of the planet's most important battery producers, has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made titanium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight. However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power Up doesn't have the right to buy its titanium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. The latter are forced to sell the resource to Gara, which in turn sells the titanium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. Well, this would explain why he's not happy then. Duh. But did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder, Abraham Gonzalez, publicly supported the cause of the Drovian fight for independence last week. As representative of the Association of Drovian Electrics Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gara to defend the interests of his industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gara. Okay. Don't mind me just running. Ooh. He said we could talk to the chief if we had an issue. Sure, there's no point, is there? Let's face it. Hey, Holloway, I've been told that our guests are eagerly awaiting me. Holloway. They sure are. I suggest you talk to Gonzalez first. The usual rich guy crap with him, he's going to be surrounded by lawyers in a few hours. At any point, it's going to be hard to get any more out of him. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it that people can't just buy their way out of here? We're lucky he's from Drovia, so he doesn't have a lawyer here yet. But he does have a Drovian lawyer on the line right now who's going to annoy the hell out of you. You know what? I play games to escape this kind of bullshit, usually. He's somewhere in space and has a communication delay of about 30 seconds from what I understand. So if you want answers, you better have a strategy to make him talk quickly. Because if you can be sure that lawyer's going to shoot your question down once they reach his ears. He's also going to call you on your bluffs, so be careful. Got it, thanks. Sato did some digging and compiled a number of documents that could be useful for your interrogation. First, he gathered some basic information on Gonzalez and put it in the pinboard over there. On the pinboard. You take a look at it with your AR module. Second, he pulled a list with all incoming and outgoing calls from Gonzalez's phone. I'll send that to yourself. Jingle. And so on. Give it a read. And if you have any more evidence that incriminates our guy, go over it before you go in. I will, thank you. You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready. Right, okay. Abraham Richard Kenneth Gonzalez. Oh my god, he's got a soul patch. Date of birth, 1790. Well, it's not very specific, is it? Place of birth, New Joran. Civil status, single. Faith, Savient. Wait, wait, hang on. So he's a Savient? So we got... Hang on. Trying to get all these facts clear in my head. So we have a terrorist organization that have taken out the Savient leader saying we don't want Savients in charge because they're religious nutjobs, basically is what they said. Yet one of the guys in on it is a Savient. Place of residence, Drovia, Sector 1, since 1830. So, we know his company is struggling, but then actually it's struggling because, again, because of Gara. So why is he in a terrorist group that in support of Gara? I don't understand that. 1810 to 1850, degree in engineering at New Joran Elite University Piston College for Engineering and Business. 1815 to 1820, training on Drovia. 1820, founder of Power Up. The grant for young founders. Since then, CEO of Power Up. Okay, so he's a young tech upstart. Okay. Okay. Cell records, here we go. Cell records of Abraham Gonzalez, Agent Holloway. Incoming, outgoing. Anonymous. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Right, okay, I wonder why it was orange, but it's because I moused over it. That's why, okay. Okay. Trying to think the timeline as well. I know we should have data. The shooting would have taken place the night before, wouldn't it? And then throughout the night we interviewed people, we tracked down where they were going, and then it was a couple of hours delay. When we came back to the station, we then went out to intercept the drop-off, and then he's gone home, slept, and it's later in that same day. So we're still within about 24 hours of the attack, I think. If I'm getting it right. So he was called at 8 o'clock this morning, 11 o'clock last night. Yeah, okay. Right, okay. Oh yeah, it auto-saves, doesn't it? Last save 10 minutes ago. Ugh. Right. So, are you ready? Yeah, sure. Give it a go. He knows what you know. I am. Alright, I'll unlock the door. Good luck. Which one was it? Which one's Gonzalez? Oh, it'd be the one that opens, I guess. Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm Agent Conrad. I already told your colleagues I don't do anything illegal. Well, I mean, it's a stupid situation to, stupid line to take. I mean, you were literally handling goods from a known criminal. Don't have a right to keep me here. I'm a citizen of Drovian and have no evidence against me. We can keep you here for 24 hours if we didn't have any evidence. But we do. Let's start with your associate. What do you know about Boyd and the data he brought you? He's not my associate. I didn't even know he was called Boyd. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez. We'll be good if you talk. I know you had a call with him last night. I know you met him before. Hang on. No, he hasn't met him before. Because the drop-off was supposed to be with the girl. Can't open my thing here, can I? Never take me alive, copper. Yeah. Voight changed the plans. He took the data from the woman. So this guy was due to meet the woman. So we know he hasn't met him before. But he did call him and change the plans. I had a phone call with him last night. We had Boyd on record talking about the handover of some data storage module at Jorah's Plaza. He explicitly said that he called the person he was going to meet at 11 last night. You have an incoming call at that exact time from... Oh my god, I don't remember. I had to memorize this shit? Come on. Oh, hang on, was the 11 the anonymous number? Almost certainly. Because then it was it anonymous again at like 8 in the morning? Something like that? I'm going to have to guess on this one because I can't open my... Yeah, okay. An anonymous number. And he did show up at the meeting at Jorah's Plaza this morning. All this proves beyond a reasonable doubt that you have worked with Banny's murderer. Okay, listen, I got paid to fetch the stick. I was just following instructions. Okay, Jesus, kind of bluffed that one. I had no idea who I was going to meet with, and I still don't know what's on that stick. Good evening, Agent Conrad. My name is Jim Miller. I'm Mr. Gonzalez's lawyer. Nice to meet you. A team of legal professionals is on its way to advise my client. Until then, we won't answer any of your questions. Who paid you? You heard my lawyer. I'm not supposed to talk to you before my legal team arrives. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez, I've heard that your company needs Drovian Tylanium. Your company needs Garian lithium. You'll be acquitted if you talk. No, stop bluffing. Company needs Drovian Tylanium. Yes, because it makes Tylanium batteries, not lithium. The company needs Drovian Tylanium. You support Drovian independence. Yes. Trying to get this straight in my head, I'm sure that's the case. You publicly stated your support for the Drovian fight for independence. So I'd actually be surprised if you were involved in Banny's assassination. You have the opposite of a motive. Yet here we are. You still have a chance to clear your name. If you help us crack the case, the public might never learn about your connection to Banny's murderer. Shit, I told you I didn't know anything. I was contacted anonymously a few weeks ago, shortly after I booked my flight to Gara. I was told to pick up a storage module here and send its contents on my way back home. Send it where? They were going to contact me. I have no means of reaching them. Who are they? I really truly don't know. The person who contacted me spoke Drovian. That's all I can say. Wait, so whoever put up to this is Drovian. Why would they work with an anti-Drovian terror group? I don't know, but I don't know. But I'm sure they were from Drovia. I got paid to do it and not ask questions. My company really needs a cash injection right now. Yes. Mr. Gonzalez, I urge you to stop answering questions before your legal team arrives. You're complicating things for yourself and for us. Sorry, hang on, what's going on? See. My God, calm down. It's not like I've said anything that incriminates me. Isn't that the point of the lawyer, to tell you, yay or nay? Just don't. But he's right. I'll wait for my legal team to arrive. Fine. Jesus. I feel like that went well, but not because I was prepared. Oy. Good Lord. So we're on Gara, aren't we? Drovia, New Joran, yeah. Health. Why do I care about distance? What's that one? Smoked 5 cigarettes and I've got full. Talk to the chief, optional. Talk to Holloway. Oh, okay. Maybe it is worth talking to the chief. Teeth skin anyone? Oh. That's not a way I would have put it, you know. Emails. Yeah, right, the cell records. Yeah, 11 o'clock anonymous. God. 2 o'clock previous date anonymous. It's an outgoing call. So he spoke to that same person. Okay. Case closed. Case closed. Case closed. Okay, good. Yeah, floor plan, information on Gonzalez. Oh, okay, we've got more to pick up. Banny, cover, bullet, hotel, pixie. Logs. Right. Announcement, old friend. Oh, right. Old friend is just the lizard. Okay. Catherine, about Sheila. Alright, yeah. Shootout. Discharge, carry story. Found out soon enough. Conrad. Penny round. Then paid a woman called Zora a visit. He involves in another scheme that might be linked to our case. We attacked a tied up an escort girl named Leela Clark. Right, okay, so we have to try and remember. Right, so, okay, so for this other guy, he knows a woman called Zora. Sniper convinced her to give him the stick containing the data. Passed to an unknown third party. Chose plausible. We know who that is. 8:30, right? Plans to intervene to catch the sniper. There's plainclothes agent. Blah, 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 that's all irrelevant. Details on the woman's sniper. Right, yep. Okay. Escort. CEOs. Yeah. Mining base. Right, okay. Once was a woman called Zora. Okay. Where's this going? Chief is waiting. Tip. Wait with the tip. I don't think I knew that we do. I don't know. Some nasty cut between his wrist and his elbow. Right, okay. Yep. Okay. Paid for the spot. Oh, right, yeah, okay. That's the harbour place. Got nothing to do with this, really. Jesus, how many people have we spoken? Oh my god, this list keeps going, doesn't it? Okay, there's a... I'd like to think there's an easier way to narrow these things down. Catherine Conrad, Laura Conrad, Gary Long, my partner and direct superior at the CDI. Wait, your partner is your direct superior? Weird. Saito, Diaz, Zora. Only seems to work with Banny's murderer, Boyd. Stole some some data from the chief. Right, yeah. So the chief actually knows this Zora woman because he's met her, in theory. Not that he seems to be able to tell anything. Strange water from Boyd. Media Thorn. Dyson, Dan Kim. Oh, Boyd isn't on here. Oh, okay, no, Diaz. Oh, yeah, of course, he was Diaz in the, Right, yeah, okay. Liberators. A Garian terrorist group that opposes Drovian independence and the Sabian religion. Responsible for Foreign Minister Banny's death. Yeah, Central Department of Intelligence. Garian state, headed by its director and overseen by the Eternal General. Strongest faction in the solar system. Wait, the Federation. Spanning Gara as well as the nation of the famous law and multiple moons. Okay, yeah. My pulse is going up. Interesting. Right, okay. I want to go talk to the chief. Since we have the option. I was like, I don't know what, but, you know, why not? Ooh. Fighter? Still trying to find out where that broadcast came from. Okay, good to know. Oh, the chief is above us. And he's got someone in there. Is that the Attorney General? Your desk is under the stairs. How fun. Oh no, not that high. Yeah, Attorney General. You rest assured that we know what we are doing. We know what we are doing. No. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. The Liberator said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if we want to catch these guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of our enemy's motivation is always important. And you know that. You yourself were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please. I've got a lot on my plate right now. Don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened during your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what is in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. Or maybe I can't work with a woman who's trying to cover up her past. You lie. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you've done for the Garian state. But as a CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens. And I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. Ellipses. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what the next steps are going to be. Good evening, Agent. Bitch. Camera? Evening, Chief. Ada Conrad, how can I help you? We know what she's doing here. About that data. About the data on the storage module. Gary told me we don't have access yet. Yeah, that's correct. I see. I see. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. Okay. Which one is it? I can't remember what button it is to open this one. I have to click it. Emails. Oh. Enhancement updates? Dear Mr. Conrad, an update is available for your following body enhancements on Pokemon. Eyes plus, thighs plus, chest plus. Please make sure to download and install the latest firmware from our website within the next 10 days. The Beyond Body team. Oh, so we... Right. So do we have, like... augments? I assumed that, like, the investigation thing was just like a... Well... You know, it's just like... That's a plot device, essentially. But are they implying he actually has, like, some kind of... like... implant that allows him to investigate things easier? Also, where would we update that from? And what is this person wearing? Right, okay, hang on. Is this like a gold hair and beard set? I think that's what it's supposed to be. But it looks like they're wearing like a... what's it called? Like a welding mask made of gold. Interesting. Oh, no, not that way. We're not leaving yet. We got another guy to interview. All right, Holloway. Hit me. How'd it go? It doesn't seem to know much, which in itself is interesting. Well, it's more than nothing. Good luck with the other one. He's a tough nut to crack, isn't he? Golden blonde, taken to an extreme. True, yes, yeah. Super shiny. You know it's bad when you have to polish your hair. Hasn't said a single word yet. Not sure if he has any emotional reaction to anything. You know nothing about the guy. He's a complete ghost. If you have any evidence that could be useful, though, you should go over it before you talk to him. Let me know when you're ready. Right, okay. I think... As I reviewed stuff, I think we've kind of gone over it. It's still 26 minutes since the last save because it refuses to actually save. Bastard. Oh, thank you for hydrating. No save for you, no. I mean, I can sort of understand. They're like, well, you don't want to like. Then again, I mean, right? So they don't want to allow you to save. There's just always auto saves, and they're like, well, you're going to go through this like one way or the other. I kind of don't like that about games when you don't get to choose how you play, because some people say, oh, but it's not authentic if you get to save scum basically. And I say, but it's my game. Let me win however I want. It's the whole easy setting on Dark Souls kind of argument. Like, it literally doesn't affect anyone else. Let them do what they want. It's a single player game. No one cares how I won. The point is I get from the beginning to the end, and I have fun in the middle. But when you're presented with options where it's like, oh god, I don't know what to do, and it's going to stress me out because I don't know if I'm getting it right or wrong, I feel like that's unnecessary stress. Because it's not the same kind of stress as in when you're playing a shooting game and you just need to aim better and so on. This is the kind of stress that was like, well, I literally can't change the outcome because I don't know. It's all a gamble, because you're guessing. So I guess what they're trying to avoid here is narratively, they don't want people just saving and redoing the interrogation so they can come out better. Then why not? I mean, that's the equivalent of having to start the game again. I just don't have to start from the beginning. So in theory, I could do that as many times as I wanted, as much as life would allow me to with time. So why can't I do that?
And I love spunk.
Exactly. Oh. Apparently it doesn't like me sitting here talking. Jesus, roasted by the game as well. All right, calm down. God. All right, fine. So are you ready? Sure. We'll give it a go. It could be worse. Sonic could jump off the level. Yeah, this guy could just it'd be like, screw it, I'm out of here, and just go sleep or something. Alright, let's go chat to this guy. I am. Alright, I'll unlock the door, good luck. Yeah. Let's go. So what we need to do is just pull a gun, shoot him in his kneecaps. And we'll tell him we'll save his life if he'll talk. And then we'll just go from there. Start out with torture. And why not? Hello, Mr. Boyd. Do you have a last name, or is that your last name? Alright, Mr. Boyd then. Imagine Conrad. You made quite a mess out there. Shooting Joseph Banny put you at the top of our most wanted list overnight. Your friends just announced their next big project. You're uniquely qualified to help us get ahead of it. What do you know about the Liberators' plans? Okay, how about this? What's Zora's role in all of this? Zora? That's right, Zora, the woman you met last night. I don't know any Zora. Why is he starting to talk now? Crazy? Don't know any Zora. But I know you do. Did you ever meet before last night? Why'd you take that data stick from her? You told her there was a change of plans she didn't know about. Was that true? Or did you trick her into giving you the data? Did you want it for yourself? Or did you want to protect her by going to the handover in her stead? You do seem to care about each other. So I'm sure you want to know how she's doing. How about this? I'll tell you what I know about her and you'll tell me what you know about the Liberators. You go first. Alright. I'll be happy to hear that you don't know her whereabouts. Hang on, you'll be happy to hear that we don't know her whereabouts. She wasn't at Jora's Plaza when we got you, and for all we know, she's leading a happy criminal existence. It's yours. Who's behind the Liberators? I don't know. I've never met them. They just paid me. What kind of voice to give this guy? very intense, isn't he? They just paid me. Who paid you? I answered your question. Fair enough. Well, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime. So wow, that's all we got. Well, we got some words out of him, I guess. Are we getting something useful out of them? No, not really. For sure. Hang on. What was the... What was the update? Yep, connect. Wait, scroll up. Up. There we go. Glossary. Home plus. Is that? Oh, here it is. Objective. Talk to Saito. Right, okay. God. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Okay. Neil. Yeah, we spoke to you a minute ago. Hey, Saito, how's it going? I'm not gonna lie, this video was a little upsetting. That video. I mean, I know that my religion is strange to some people on Gara, but an anti-Sabian terror group? That's something else. I'd be worried about wearing my scarf in public now? I think those people are idiots, and I'm sure the vast majority of Garians can agree with me. I know. Hey, I also have some good news. I found out where the Liberators video was broadcast from. A company called AdSpot. Hey, Gary. They own most of the billboards in the city. You want an ad played, you go to them. I took a shot in the dark and checked ongoing police operations in the center. And what do you know? Someone at AdSpot made an emergency call last night. Apparently, an intruder forced their way into their server room and gained access to a computer. I made contact with the local police department. They sent 2 officers who secured the scene. I was going to say scared, that didn't right. Secured the scene and are waiting for you to come have a look. Fast as lightning, Saito. Great work. Well done. Conrad and I will go to AdSpot and have a good look around. We really need to get ahead of this one and prevent another attack. Why don't you follow up on some leads while we're gone? Trace the post payment to the hotel as well as the mysterious transaction to the escort. To the escort. That's not how that's pronounced. And maybe we can find out where the sniper's accomplice got her face changed. Oh, yeah. Conrad, I'm taking off from the roof. Want to hitch a ride? You know I don't. It was worth a try. Meet you at AdSpot then. I need some fresh air. Okay. I'll come with you, Gary. You know I don't. Alright. Trains it is. I love the way he looks down as he runs down the stairs. Careful. There we go. Careful where you step in. Okay. Hey, convenient train stoppage. Fine, we might also get an autosave. Let's go.
During the train ride, every screen in the city had been playing news reports about the Liberators' announcement. They were the first violent domestic terror group with a political motive in recent Garian history. But there was something else that struck me about them. This wasn't the usual MO of a conservative group trying to maintain the status quo. It felt much more like revolutionaries hoping to effect change by resorting to drastic measures.
Okay. Interesting, okay. Fashion Week, 25% off. Sign me up. Is that BO1? Oba, Koso, Videx? Videx, maybe? BO2. Bems, Solero, AdSpot. There we go. Is that Solero? Interesting. Oh, well, I wonder how they got in. Officer Wong. He seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey, Conrad, this is Officer Wong, my colleague, Miss Neil Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from there. Conrad, the security guard who called the police, is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox that was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion. Or rather, his secretary. He told me that he's been at a business meal since 5:30. But she said she's asked him to return to the office for questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. Brown, I'm not panicking. You are being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? Oh, and the officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was getting a coffee here and then... I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us what happened from the start? The broadcast began around 6 o'clock. Where were you at that time? As I said, I'd left my post at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and I ran looking for the noise. When I arrived at the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took a few seconds. Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer and start that video within a few seconds. Seems that way. Did you see anyone you could sorry, itchy ear. When you entered the server room. Hang on, getting my voices confused there. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. To be clear, the video could only be played for a few seconds. No more than 10. And if you stop it here, it immediately stops everywhere. Yeah, the screens across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss will say it's all my fault, but I swear to you, Okay, thank you. That's all for now, Conrad. Oh, Conrad, I'm sending you a sheet to your cell. Have a look around and see if you can find out who started that broadcast. Okay. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? How's your relationship with your boss? What's your relationship with your boss? He's my boss. Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time when I went looking for the intruder and I came right back. I didn't went into the building except for you. Just me and whoever started the broadcast. When I go home soon, my wife's saving, and after that video today, I'm afraid you'll have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind it, all this. I'd feel better if I was with her. I called her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. What? Why? What's she off doing? I see. That's all for now. There's a fire escape out there, but it doesn't look like it accesses anywhere in here. Gary. Stairs out. What's this then? This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. Okay. Looks like someone smashed the server room window. Well, yes, that's what we knew already. Okay. So what are these clues? Right, hang on. What's the sheet? What do we need to know here? Video broadcast was started by Brown, Cox, Moore, Chen. Moore and Chen. We don't know them yet. Emails. New email. Neil. New messages waiting for you on Dating Elite. Make sure to check it soon. The Dating Elite team. Please don't reply directly to this message. If you want to contact us, use the form on our website. datingelite.gh/contact us. Okay. Interesting. Clues. Here we are. So the window looks like someone smashed the server room window. There's a few of these. We've got 3 other things we need to look for. Let's get going. Ah. Hey, Sada, could you do me a favour? Of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of AdSpot's server room. Any chance you could pull its data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a sec, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 6 o'clock. Great, that would be helpful. Alright, sending it in now. Remember that the sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Gotcha. Talk to you later. Okay. List of present detector entries. Between 5 and 6:45. Hotspot facility. LV base business center. LV? Can't think what that's for. 1756. 1801. 1802. Information in the message is sensitive and exclusively reserved clear. Right, okay. So in or out. So 5 minutes prior, if it started at 6, 4 minutes beforehand, someone went in or came out. We should go talk to the guy about his movements. But then he supposedly goes in after it started. That would be him coming out. That makes sense. Then what's this? Was there someone coming out? Then how long were they in there for? Because they didn't go in. So this could maybe be him going in, coming out, going in again. But then how does that make sense? Then they'd still be in there, going out the window maybe? If someone came in the window, plugged it in. No, because he said it started up immediately. So why would they... So they can't have smashed their way in 4 minutes beforehand, then started up and left, and then he'd be going in just after. Could they have gone in at 4 minutes to, started up and smashed their way out? Then he went in and followed. See, the glass is outside. A lot more glass lying outside than inside, yeah. Yeah, okay. So someone went in, started up and broke their way out. Because that's the thing, he says it could only be running for, excuse me, maybe 10 seconds, but that video was longer than 10 seconds. So he only got there after the smashing, which was after the video had already started. Sir? Who are you? Need any help? I'm here. Well, I was asking, but what's this here? Security information. This is an AFIS A420 door card scanner. People are logged every time they pass through the door. This model doesn't distinguish between people entering or leaving the building. What useful information to have, but also useless to have. Okay, between 0400 and 1900. Door card owner and the time. So we're looking here. Cox Security Services. Jim Chen, CEO. 455. Lisa Schmidt, Mills Boot. Schmidt. Lunchtime, I assume, maybe? Mills Boot, Lisa Schmidt. Jim Chen. So that would be him coming in for the day, I guess. Clocking out for the day. That kind of makes sense. Parisi Cleaning Services. 4 in the morning. So we've just got security services. Okay. So that must be the other guy. This guy. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? Yeah, this one. I saw that you use a door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah, Cox Security has 2 door cards for ad spot. This one and another one in a locker at our office. Only our boss, me, and the other guy assigned to ad spot can open it. Other guard, sorry. They're not personalised or anything, we just grab one at HQ before we come here. Who is the other guard? His name is James Moore. He's been working with the boss for a long time. He alternates shifts here at ad spot. Today's my turn. You see. That's all. Interesting. Okay. Come to me when you find something. Found something. Oh, right, okay. I'm inclined to believe that it's more, but I don't know anything about him. So he went in at 5:2, started the broadcast. 4:2, sorry. It's 5 minutes before the other one. 4:2, started the broadcast, smashed his way out. The other guy came running because he heard the smashing. Turned it off. Yeah. The guard. It's not the boss because he has his own card. Wait, hang on. Our security has 2 door cards, this one and another one in a locker at the office. Only our boss, me and the other guard assigned to AdSpot can open it. So the other guard is James Moore. Worked for the boss for a long time. Who's his boss then? Hang on, his boss is Cox, right? And he had his own name on his card. Relationship with your boss. Honestly, I can't say he likes me. For a reason to get me fired for a while. He only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. My boss won't be happy when he hears about this. What happened? Broadcast began at 6, yeah. Left my post on the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here at the sound of shattering glass, and I ran looking for the noise. Took a few seconds. Went to look outside, but they were already gone. No more than 10 seconds. Okay. Arrival at the scene. We informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion, or rather his secretary. Security guard called the police and stood inside. He works for a security firm named Cox. Yeah, and Albert... Right, so... But Albert Cox has his own... No, he doesn't. The CEO here has his own card. Cox Security came in. Hang on, so we got 4 here. We got one guy. Comes in, goes out, comes in, goes out. Well, he's currently in. That must be in. Give me a second. Hey! Stop it. Cat at the door. So that must be him in. That must be out. Right, yeah, because he went outside to check and came back in. So Cox Security came in and went out? They can't be goes out, because where would they be otherwise? Hang on a second. Sorry. Yeah, I'm really struggling to get my head right on here. Someone with the other card came in and went out. But then hang on, so if that's in, that's out, that's in again. That'd be him. Wait, no, okay, this is all making sense now. Right, okay, so him coming in to start work. Someone else came in just a minute beforehand. That's him going out and coming back in again. They don't need to come out because they went out through the window. So this is him. In, out, in. Someone else came in at 5-2. Went through the sensor at 4-2. Started the broadcast. Went out through the window. But this could be one of two other people. Either his boss or the other guy. How do we narrow down which one it is? I don't have any information on them. Because what it wants to know is it Brown? I don't believe it's Brown. Is it Chen? Is it Moore? Or is it Cox? It could be Moore or Cox. It's unlikely to be Chen. Because it just doesn't add up. He's already gone. He has his own card. Unless he's convoluted, like, got a card from the security guy. The facts don't add up. So it's going to be Moore or Cox. But I don't have any information on either of them to know which one it would be. How am I meant to work this out? Just take a seat. People. Annie Catherine Conrad, Lady Campbell, CEO of Cox Security Systems. Other Cox Security employee who does shifts at Adspot. Employee of Cox Security System Services was on duty at Adspot when the Liberators broadcast. Yeah, so it could just be either of these two, and I don't understand how we're meant to know. What am I missing here? Clues. I know what happened, I just don't know who did it. Except, hang on. Wait. Slide the broadcast. On arrival. Officer Wong, my colleague, thank you for filling me in. Officer, we'll take it from here. Contact security. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion, or rather his secretary. She told me that he's been at a business meal since 17:30. She said he asked him to return to the office for questioning. So now, that sounds like a clue, saying, look, he's out of the equation for 17:30. He can't be there at 17:55. I feel like he could be making that up, but if it's a business meal, someone should know, and we would be able to work that out later. So the only other option is it has to be more. And I feel like that's kind of where they're telling us to go. So the broadcast is more. Fingers crossed, everybody. Talk to Gary. Look at the broken window. There's a lot more glass out outside than inside. I'm pretty sure it was smashed from the inside, not the outside. You're saying they broke the window to get out, not in? Exactly. I think that whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Why break the window at all, then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perp entered through the front door, they must possess an AdSpot door card. That leaves us with a limited cycle of suspects. Circle, even. Apart from the employees of AdSpot. 3 people from Cox Security had access to the door cards as well. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns in surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started the video? Yeah, someone with a Cox Security card, door card, entered the building at 17:55, shortly before the broadcast began. It can't have been Brown. He passed by the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him inside. Yes. Couldn't he have climbed back in through the broken window to avoid the scanner at the door? No, that's evident from the data on the server room door. Sido pulled it for me. There's another scanner there. Only 2 other people have access to Cox's door cards, James Moore and their boss. Cox has been at a business meal since 1730, so Moore is the only other suspect. Right. Good work, Conrad. I'll send a unit to arrest him immediately. You and I should pay this boss a visit and see what he has to say. Should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train. I'll meet you there. Roger that. End of the train. I feel like the train is going to be another, like, save spot, which might be worth stopping there, because we've only got maybe, like, it's a little early. I don't like to finish early as such, but since we had a point before when we were, like, 26 minutes without a save point, I don't want to get into that kind of a situation again, you know? Wait. We can't get info off those screens, can we? Big brain. Wait. Anything over here? Nope, okay. Camera didn't move, so I'm going to assume not. Anything further this way? Nope, okay. Oh, the telephone. Ahoy hoy. Hey, Sido. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. Found a deleted message that's extremely interesting. Seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module on Gara. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. Ooh, they have their own private network? They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible even, to high-ranking executives. That means that whoever sent that message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Sido. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message of a list of all companies in the solar system that match the criteria. I'm also opening a sheet about who is behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I also managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. Looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. Might want to have a look at that as well. I'll forward it to your cell. Copy that. Talk to you later. Ooh. Okay. Info everywhere. Emails. What we got here? List of companies. Companies that could be behind the Liberators. Name, place, sector, speciality. Okay. Gustatore, Drovia, food, processed food. Wajabi and Sons, Drovia, mining, plutonium. Dyson Enterprises, Drovia, mining, titanium. May Technologies, Femus, mining, depletion machines. Hamora Technology, Femus, technology, cells. Oh, right, the phone cells, yeah. Pharma and more. Gara, biology, pharmaceutics. Pharmaceutics? That doesn't sound right. Praxidike, Gara, biology, surgery. Interesting. Blue Sky Comp, Gara, food, fruits. Hanobi Science, Gara, mining, research. Hanol Metals, Gara, mining, titanium. Milex, mining, Gara mining Titanium. Amoli PC Gara technology computers. Beyond body Gara technology beyond body enhancements. Ooh. We've got some of them. Black Mamba Elec. Gara technology cells again. Norton Robotics. Gara technology robotics. Happy Cow. New Joran food. Meat substitutes. Nozzle. New Joran food. Water processing. Brain Tech. New Joran technology body enhancements. Ooh, okay. Ordered from Saito. Message. Mr. Gonzalez, as promised, I am sending you more detailed instructions for our mission on Gara. On the 4th of 5th, 1840, at 8:30 in the morning, I will wait for your contact person at the big fountain on Joris Plaza. She will hand you a data stick that you will take with you when you leave the planet in the evening. As soon as you have left the Garian network, you will be provided with the exact address to send the data to. As agreed, you are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data is about. Discretion is of utmost importance for this mission. As soon as the module is in my possession, the agreed upon fee will be transferred to your bank account. Sincerely. Interesting. Saito, forward message. Zora, you probably figured out by now that I lied to you about Williams asking me to take care of the handover. Pretty sure you're mad as hell, and I'm sorry for that. Thing is, I have a bad feeling about this whole mission, and I really couldn't stand it if you got hurt. We promised each other that this was the last job we would accept, that we would get out of it all afterwards. However, over the last few days, I realized that going back to normal after all these years scares the shit out of me. I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is, if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless and do what we were planning to do. I'm sure it will make you happy, maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time, and I'm sure I'll find a way to get used to the normal life. If it doesn't, don't look back, don't come looking for me. Wait. Okay. Name of the company behind the Liberators is. They are based on, they belong to, sector and specialize in. Interesting. That's weird because, I mean, if you think about it. No, what did he just send me? Emails, wasn't it? It was this one here. These are all kind of fixed. Surely once you choose the company, you've picked all these other options as well, because that's just kind of standard. There isn't a Wajabi and Sons that does anything else, you know? None of these are duplicates as such. So it's weird that you then have to just name the other options when it's like, well, one just inevitably means all the others. Sorry. Surely. Interesting. Hydrate. Thank you, Tonus. Right. Okay, anyway. So after all that reading, seems like we won't be too early anyway. Thank you. No, right, so we've got half battery, never changes. G1 with full bars. And some little arrows and I assume sound. Is that muted? I don't know. Who knows? Train of convenience arrives again. On we go. Saving. Nice. I'd like to see. Probably see this again next time anyway, but let's have a look. What's going on? Time to shine. Got a cock security. Okay. That's that. 31 seconds ago. 31 seconds ago. Okay. Yeah, let's quit. There we go. Sweet. Who is happening, when, where, why, what's going on? Let's have a look about a raid here. No doubt I will be watching somebody. Maybe not. Nothing's really happening. No, I can't say any of this really matches the vibe we're in. We'll say no today then. Okay, fair enough. Thanks for no. Thank you, Totis. I appreciate all being here. I hope you have a good night and a good rest of your day for everyone else. I believe we're all in the same or lower time zones. Oh, maybe Nevik actually. I think no. I'm getting you confused. You're the other side, aren't you, as well? So Bob Ross is always on. True. I can't say it's somewhere I'm going to hang out myself. But if anybody's interested, feel free to look up Bob Ross. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you. Very kind. Well, yeah, we'll call it there then. So, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. It's always lovely to see you all. Thank you for the lurks and for the chatting and for the hydrates. And yeah, you just take care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for the hug, DDs. And we will be back again in a couple of days. Thursday or Friday, whichever one happens to work with what I'm doing. Can't be sure exactly, but keep your eyes open. And it'll be more of this. I'm not sure how much longer there is going to be of this game in general. But at some point, I usually sort of keep like two. Well, I used to have like two games running, didn't I? But I will. I don't know what the next game is going to be, so that's a bit hard to tell. So we'll just keep going with this for now and see where it leads us. Interesting. See, it's odd. The storyline and the puzzle and the storyline and the talking, the words, suggest a much more complicated game than it's going to be because the gameplay is just puzzles. You know, it's just they're logic puzzles really. When you actually have to like do something as opposed to just interacting with people, the actual fail state essentially is getting a puzzle wrong. That's all that's happening. So it's just a lot of talking and gathering information and then puzzles, and I like that. I love logic puzzles usually. I'm not saying I'm always good at them, but I like them. I like to be tested in that way because a logic puzzle, assuming you have all the clues, is much more interesting to me than say like a crossword where you have to know the information or you can't get it. Because you can guess, but it's still guessing based on information you need to know. If you don't know the word in a crossword, you've got nothing to go with. You're screwed. So it's I like logic puzzles. I'm liking the game. Interesting. So yeah, okay. Thank you everybody. Have a good rest of your day and or your night, and I will speak to you again in a couple of days with more of this and general chattery. So yeah, have a good one, everybody. Thanks a lot, and that's it. Bye.